the very first JOC live stream Viking simulation of the year will be on the way very shortly. Let me get it set up, all the YouTube things on this side. While that's going up, I will go ahead and show you the I don't think it'll be loaded. I'll show you the little roster I did, because I think the Madden roster is pretty awful for the Vikings. And furthermore, I want to make sure that you can run the ball. My biggest complaint of Madden is it is impossible to run the ball. I play an all-pro, and I'm lucky to have 2 yards per carry average. Same with the computer, not just me. So it hurts. It's really hard to run when the Vikings offensive line is rated this god-awful. It's pretty trash across the board. I didn't do a ton of increasing, but I did make it fair, I think. And I do have the depth chart set up, so it should be how I believe it will be for the game. Alright, so it's of course the right roster. Scrolling through. Also trying to get YouTube set up right, so I can actually change my thumbnail and get that set up. Not that I really care about it right away. If anybody doesn't want to watch the whole thing, I should be able to have highlights of this up Friday or Saturday. But this is the new depth chart. So we got Cousins. I gave him, he was 82 on Madden. I just gave him a bump to 84. I gave Slaughter the same overall as Simeon. I think that is very, very fair. I think that was the same. This is the biggest buff probably. I think Riley Reef deserves to be in this area. Alright, so Isadora should be the starting center. Elfline probably will not play, and Jones will be right guard or left guard. There you go. Now I'm finding it. I'll see the chat in a minute. So it'll be something like, so Isadora can't start hero, that will screw that up. And this will be Brett Jones. And the center will be Isadora from what I've heard. What's up, Terrell? What's up, Joe? So Isadora. Alright, Reimers at right guard, Rashad Hill at right tackle. This one's really interesting. They have the exact same overall. I know Madden isn't really good as far as how good their overalls are, but when it's, the same, at least Madden thinks these are just as good. Tell me who you guys would rather start at right tackle. I'm far and away assuming it'll be Rashad Hill. Maybe if he sucks a couple games in a row, they would go with O'Neal. And I think O'Neal will probably have the spot next year. That's what I'm going with. Then Hunter was basically just backed up by whoever. I mean, the defensive end or left or right designation doesn't really matter a whole lot. D-tackle, this is weird, but I think it's just so it's like he's the weak side, or, he's strong side, he's weak side, 3-tack, 1-tack, whatever. Barr, Kendricks, Gideon, Wayne, that just messed with me. I think it'll be Hughes, Alexander, and for some reason, the other corner, Holton Hill, isn't made on Madden, so I'd have to make him myself. I'm just assuming he will be inactive. At least that's what I'm going with for the simulation. I believe I got Matt Weil. I did. Alright, so I think we're good. The only other thing I don't have is Zystra. So Coley's here. I also have Coley as a backup slot receiver. So you'll see Coley on the field a little bit. Well, let's get to it. So the way I do this, I do full 15-minute quarters, computer versus computer. Watch them go at it. I'll announce it a little bit. I'll interact with the chat. and we'll have a good time. So it's at home. I'm probably going the wrong way because I always do. 49ers. There you go. Alright, and I have to go right here. I don't want to control a team. Alright, full 15-minute quarters. I have it right now so that the sound should only be coming on the field, so there shouldn't be any announcers. Alright, also, it is just me, so you don't have to hear them over me. But hopefully my sound's coming in alright. Otherwise, let's sit back and enjoy as the first Madden god-awful video game footage of the Viking season is underway. So it's opening simulation. 49ers against the Minnesota Vikings. Well, real quick before the game starts, for the simulation, score predictions. Score predictions in the comments right now. For me, I think I said earlier, I expect it to be fairly close. I do. I think Garoppolo is extremely confident right now. I think it's obviously a little overconfident, but I think that will let him make some aggressive throws, and he'll make some plays to keep the 49ers alive. The Vikings are at home. They're the much better team. They will win, but I don't think it'll be by a lot. 7 to 10 point spread. And I think I have the Vikings winning 24 to 17. Now, if this was end of the year, the Vikings are all together, maybe then you could say a 20-point spread. But boom! The rookie's right-footed kick is off, and my God, he didn't get in the end zone. That's just how awful Madden 19 is. And you know, get the cross to 25 to 27. And looks good that you're all excited, Morgan. So here's old Jimmy G. So I wish it wasn't so awkward when you did these sound settings. You don't have the announcers doing their thing. But of course, Jimmy Garoppolo undefeated as a starting quarterback. So that's what the Vikings are going against to start off the year. The GOAT himself. Tom Brady is undefeated. Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana, they all have losses. So Jimmy Garoppolo is easily the GOAT. How could you even question? They start off two tight ends on the top of the screen, wide receiver on the bottom. Oh, I forgot to change it. So they will have Jerick McKinnon will probably be active for the 49ers. I forgot to change him off the depth chart. That's my bad there. But looking at the starting lineup, Mike McGlinchey, I believe, is the rookie tackle. First round pick. And looking at the Vikings stud defense filled with Pro Bowlers up and down all levels of the defense, starting up front with Linval Joseph and Everson Griffin. Now, three backed in the backfield. Garoppolo out of the pistol formation. Garoppolo to pass. Throws left. He finds his man, Garcon. 17-yard corner route in front of Trey Waynes and the 49ers bench. I don't think I'll have access to the 49ers depth chart, but I'll see if I can change that. I can't even. Oh, okay. I can't press start. Yeah, it's locked for me. I wonder if I could win on their team quick, if I could change it. Whatever. We'll deal with it. I formation. Two receivers on the field in motion on the bottom of the screen. Garoppolo, 5-step drop, looking, has time, throws it. Another exact same play. This time toe tapped inbounds. Back to back first down throws for Garoppolo. Moving the chains once again. Whew. See that toe tap there. And Zimmer throws the challenge flag on the very first play on the drive. Only an 18-yard pass completion on first down. An interesting decision by the Vikings head coach to throw the flag here on the opening possession. Lose this play, you lose this challenge. They'll be out of a timeout, of course, and only have one challenge remaining on the day. Here's the head referee with the result. And it does stand. So Mike Zimmer and the Vikings are down to one challenge for the rest of the day and down to 2 timeouts for the remainder of the half. Now, you could argue that using your challenges early is good because the second half timeouts are more valuable than the first half due to trying to work the clock at the end of the game. You need those timeouts for clock management reasons. And here we are in a really long, awkward huddle. So Jimmy G eating the Vikings alive. On the wrong 35-yard line, Jimmy G, play action. Under control, back to Selleck for yet another first down. 3 for 3 for 47. What I said, Jimmy G is confident and he is hot. The double safety sandwich on that one, Sendeo and Harrison Smith came up to bring Selleck down on that one. But nevertheless, another first down, inching very close to the red zone are the 49ers. All Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, I formation, 2 receivers on the field, Garoppolo. And it's a fakes the draw. Garoppolo fires down the middle, field Garcon! Right at the 5, called the 4-yard line. Brought down by Trey Waynes. Garoppolo remains perfect. This may be a case where the Vikings came in a little overconfident with the 49ers that were so poor last season, but all of a sudden they have their... Kendricks, a lot of Vikings look awful in Madden. But yeah, Kendricks is pretty awful. I saw that on Twitter. Kendricks retweeted something of how awful he looked. And by the way, for anybody thinking about purchasing Madden 19, unless you really want to play updated rosters and you're too lazy to make it, it's really not that hard, right? Most people only care about their favorite team, maybe their favorite team's rivals. Take a half an hour, make the rookies, and you do the free agency moves, and you're good to go. Out shotgun, Garoppolo, red hot, no pressure, he backs up, fade to the left side, out of bounds. The first incompletion for Garoppolo will bring up a second down. Now finally, look at this. What I thought, very good defense, but Garoppolo has been humbling. As you look, Pro Bowlers at all levels of the defense, starting Xavier Rhodes, Everson Griffin, and Anthony Barr. But the Vikings defense backed against the wall. '49ers come out. 2 receivers bunch at the top of the screen. Garoppolo audibles. It's a handoff to McKinnon, who forgot to take off their depth chart for a short game of 3 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 7.
Good job, D. Good job. That's where you fly to the ball.
3rd and 7. This would be a great stand for the Vikings defense. They come out in the nickel. Out of the shotguns, Garoppolo. 3-step drop. Looking. Fires. Dead in the middle. Field deflected. Xavier Rhodes knocks it to the ground. Help with Anthony Barr. And he'll come the field goal unit for the 49ers. And Mike Zimmer is... well, I'll pretend that's pumped up. Whew. Could have been potentially a pick there. You saw bar and zone coverage, and Rhodes was closing the ball too. They both came in on it and kind of fucked it from each other. Could have been an interception in the end zone, and that might cost the Vikings 3 points here. Here's a snap. It's up and down the middle. 3-0. 49ers. Yeah, McKinnon would have been fun to watch. A lot of people were hyping him up a little bit too much, I thought. I think realistically, as good as McKinnon could do is maybe like he could be like he could get about 1,000 all-purpose yards, which is still really, really good. But you wouldn't get any crazy numbers. You could get maybe like 600 rushing yards, maybe 400 or so receiving yards. But McKinnon is a lot of fun to watch. He can, break a couple off. He could have 1,000 all-purpose yards and still be under 5 touchdowns. But there you go, Marcus Sherrills returning to the 20 to the 25. Stopped right there at 25. Here it comes. Minnesota Vikings prized free agent acquisition, Kirk Cousins, the whitest man on the planet. My God, does he look awful. Why is Madden awful? Madden 19 and I just don't know how to make faces look not awful. Alright, checking into the huddle with them, see if that actually reflects what's on the field. Stephon Diggs, Laquan Treadwell, looks like they have 3 receivers. Dalvin Cook back, healthy again. For those that missed it, I do have Danny Isidora at center, Jones at left guard, Remmers at right guard, Reef at left tackle, Remmers at right guard, and Hill at right tackle. Here comes Cousins, 7-step drop. He's got David Morgan short if he wants him. He'll take it for maybe 2 yards, a short 2 yards on the very first regular season pass of Kirk Cousins. And who would have thought the recipient is David Morgan? I know Morgan would. So it'll be a 2nd and 9 officially. It looks like they rounded up pretty hard on that 2-yard conversion. 2nd and 9 from the 27-yard line. Out of the pistol, Cousins, 2 backs in the backfield behind him. Thielen in motion to the near the line of scrimmage. 3-step drop. Cousins looking. Throws a dart almost a big time interception for the 49ers. He had a hand on it, but couldn't come down with the one-handed interception. Now, the 49ers do have talented players on defense. A very young defense, not like how it was years back when they were so good. But new free agent acquisition Richard Sherman matched up all day. It'll be a big-time matchup. Now, Sherman looks to match up on Stephon Diggs. His Thielen will be able to hide in the slot, and I think Diggs can win that speed matchup there. And that's something Sherman struggled out early in his career, and he's just getting older. 3rd down, Cousins fires down the middle. Laquan Treadwell. A big-time 1st down catch here by the very underwhelming 1st-round pick wide receiver. Finally having a receiver. That's a diving catch down the middle of the field for a 1st down. Laquan looking good already. Now you've seen it all training camp, all preseason. Number 11, Laquan Treadwell, seems to be a player to watch. Cousins seems to really like him. Him and Diggs seem to be his 2 favorite targets. He hasn't really had a connection with Adam Thielen quite yet. 4 receivers on the field. They'll hand it to Dalvin Cook, who found a little hole. Holding your breath for that one. 1 broken tackle away from the house. A pickup of 6 on 1st. Makes it a very manageable 2nd and 4. Nearing midfield at the 49-yard line. The Vikings playing catch-up in their opening game, down by 3. The 49ers scored a field goal on the very opening drive. Garoppolo was on fire. It's Murray as his first carry. Runs into David Morgan, pulling on the right side for no gain. 3rd and 4 upcoming. Third and 4. From what I can see in preseason, the man to watch, number 14, Stephon Diggs. Nobody in the backfield with Cousins. Every 5 wide, Cousins throws it. It's Thielen. Gets whacked by number 56, the linebacker in the middle of the field. But Thielen, 14 yards. His first reception of the season will move the chains. A big whack to down the middle from Reuben Foster going full speed. Thielen holds on. One of the most sure-handed receivers in the NFL holds on to that one after a big hit. Both new quarterbacks. Now, Garoppolo isn't as new as Cousins. He already has a few 49er starts under his belt, and of course, in those starts, he's undefeated. 2 tight ends in the bottom of the scrimmage. They'll run with it. Murray again stuffed. No game. What's up, Carlo? So, are you a Vikings fan from Chile? And by the way, if you guys can talk in the chat as much as you want, I will be interactive in the chat. I can go back and forth to, my cringy announcing or interacting with the people in the chat. Basically, it depends on how active the chat is and how interesting the game is. Cousins under center, Dalvin Cook checks back in the backfield, 3-step drop for Cousins. The pocket collapses, throws it short to David Morgan again. Farnell, a really short gain of 1. They'll call it -1 yard. 3rd and 11. Since 98, so favorite player, Randy Moss? Or, tu jugador favorito es Randy Moss? 3rd and a long 11 from a 38. The Vikings want to pick up at least 5 or so yards to make it an easier kick for the rookie kicker. Cousins throws it in triple coverage, looking for, it looked like Laquan Treadwell knocked away. Triple coverage, a very risky throw there. Might have been Stacy Coley. 4th and 11. Let's see what the Vikings do. They try the long kick with Daniel Carlson. In real life, I think they do. In this, I don't think so. Yeah, that was Stacy Coley, number 13. So do you have a favorite Viking player right now, Carlo? Or they'll go with the long field goal to Carlson. In Madden, I don't think this will make it. This kicking is awful Madden. A low, long drive kick, and it's not close. Missed it by about 5 yards. Oh, your English is just fine. Muy buen inglés, Carlo. So Daniel Carlson's first kick's a long one and not even close. He drilled that one in preseason. I really just need to adjust the sliders a bit more. I boosted it a little bit because I hate how you can barely kick field goals at 50 yards in Madden still, and kickoffs still barely get in the end zone. So something I just got to fix up on my own. But now the 49ers are set up with the league lead with very good field position. Alright, so you go from loving Randy Moss to liking the defensive guys. Garoppolo, I formation. I believe it's McKinnon who are taking out of the game. And it's a pitch to McKinnon. He's got the edge. No, it's closed shortly. Kendricks is first to beat him. Then it's Trey Waynes, the best run defending cornerback in the league to end it. Loss of 4. Whack. I don't see Kendricks missing that tackle in real life, though. Like, with how good the Vikings defense is, it's really easy to love them. Now a shotgun is Garoppolo. 3-step drops, throws it quick. It's a quick slant to Goodwin. Picks up the loss of yards in the last play. And even will gain 1 yard. Brings up a more manageable 3rd and 9. The Vikings last year had a historically good 3rd down defense. 3rd and long is nearly impossible against the Vikings of last year. Let's see how the 2018 Vikings D, with additions of Sheldon Richardson, can do. Garoppolo all day throws it. Corner out of bounds. The red hot Garoppolo was to start the game. Seems to have cooled off a tad. Here comes the punting unit for the 49ers. I think offense wins. It's good, better for the highlight reel. Maybe for fans, you know, offense is more fun to watch. But yeah, defense more consistently does win games and wins the big, more important games. Which is why I do think that the Bears can be scary this year, since they just got Khalil Mack. They already had a low-key, very good defense last year, probably a top 10 defense. And now it could easily be a top 5. They have one of the better running backs in the game in Jordan Howard, and I like their number 2 back in Cohen a lot. So if Trubisky can just be as good as, you know, as good as Christian Ponder was in 2012, the Bears could be a very solid team this year, which makes the NFC North even more scary. Cousins out of shotgun, Cook to his left. And it's a draw to Cook. He makes a man do the stutter step, makes a man miss, and gains 6. And Cook's looking very good, very patient on his opening runs. The Bears-Vikings game could really be like a 10-3 game. It could be wild. It'll be interesting to see how well Khalil Mack gets with them. The Vikings come with 2 tight ends top of the screen. Thielen and Diggs in the bottom. Play action is Cousins. It's a big blitz and Cousins goes down. Maybe some rust on Dalvin Cook. He whiffed on his pass protection, and Cousins gets thrown down. You can't take that $28 million man. You've got to protect him better than that. Dalvin's got to just, he doesn't have to do his play action there. You see the blitz as a running back, with you have to have your eyes up. You see the blitz, you avoid the play action, you go straight to the blitzing linebacker, hit him head on, or you just cut him and let your quarterback make a play. Yeah, I believe the same thing, Carlo. I think she's very good. A very long 3rd and 14 year, backed up at the 8-yard line. Cousins looking to throw. Yeah, it's a 3-man rush for the 49ers, but they still get to him. It's a fumble. Rashad Hill in the end zone. A 3-man rush results in a Minnesota safety. 5-0 49ers. A 5-man rush. That was also a coverage sack. They did protect. I mean, Cousins probably should have just stuck in the pocket. 5-man, let your offensive lineman hold up. You could probably just sit in the pocket all day. The way Aaron Rodgers is so good at the end of the game when he throws those Hail Marys. Let those 5-man, there's 3-man rushers take their sweet time getting to you. Your line will give you plenty of time. But that was a completely unnecessary play there. Cousins need to throw that one away. The line needs to be better. And the receivers aren't getting open fast enough, looks like it. Oh, I don't think we'll lose 2 games against the Bears. I mean, I think there's still a decent chance the Bears are the worst team in the division. I think they could be better than the Lions. They'll be competitive this year. I think they might be 1 year away from being a playoff team. So after the safety kick, the 49ers will be on the field with good field position at the 33-yard line. Yes, I will be doing a 10 bold prediction video, and one of them has to do with wins at home. I know. I wanted to get my game prediction or my bold prediction video out during the summer, but your boy was way too busy to do many videos during the summer, especially one like that would take some time to get the whole list down and then edit it. There we are, the 49ers up by 5 in Minnesota with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Breida goes in motion, Garoppolo in the backfield by himself. The Vikings defense needs to get a turnover. Vikings blitz 2. Hituska. It's probably easier word to pronounce, but that's a Hikotini? Well, it'll pretend it's that, Hikotuni. 8-yard catch down the middle of the field. Garoppolo out of the shotgun. And if you draw the Breida gets hammered by a big Linval Joseph's shoulder. Linval just lowered the shoulder and he ran straight into it. The credit the tackle to Ben Gettien, but I think it was Linval that really knocked him off. Ben Gettien cleaned him up. Man, these player sounds are just so obviously random, it's ridiculous. Alright, bunch of receivers bottom of the screen, and Garoppolo under center. It's McKinnon on the middle of the field. We can erase every McKinnon yard, but we'll just pretend it's their number 3 on the depth chart, on their full depth chart back. And it looks like J-Ron, I wonder if the Vikings already have the injury, because in 27, J-Ron Curse looks to be like he was in the game for at least that play. I wanted to find a better playbook for the Vikings. I don't think Madden has a single playbook that has a 3 safety set, so I couldn't really involve it. Lockout, and it's picked out by the rookie, Mike Hughes. The Vikings will set up shop at the 46-yard line. Welcome to the NFL, Mike Hughes. A lot of Vikings fans were skeptical of the cornerback in the first round draft pick. It seems to be paying off right away. The coaching staff has been nothing but positive about Mike Hughes, and it comes up in the very first game when the Vikings need a boost. It's the rookie Mike Hughes. This is Madden 19, and that question is funny because it looks exactly the same, but this is Madden 19. I would tell anybody to, if you have Madden 18, do not buy it. General rule of thumb, even if you really like Madden, unless the online is your only thing you love to do, at least wait every 2 years to buy it, because then you have enough changes where it almost is worth it. Shotgun, Cousins, hands it off to Cook, and he gets fouled up right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. It looks okay. I mean, we have this weird. I really wish there was a real cool presentation mode. Play action cuts and step in the pocket. No, he throws it deep in triple coverage. Cousins not going through his progression's very well there. Gets locked on a target, throws it deep into triple coverage. Lucky he didn't get the ball right away. Looking for Thielen deep. Gameplay, I honestly don't think I can tell you a difference. I know I struggle at running, and I know the computer struggles against me running, and that really bothers me. The shotgun is Cousins on a 3rd and 10. The Vikings offense hasn't done a dang thing. Cousins steps up, throws it. It's Stephon Diggs. His first reception of the year is good for a Vikings. First down, nearing field goal territory. A touchdown here would give the Vikings the first lead of the day. Because, for example, for the lack of running game, I played a Vikings versus Packers game last night. I was, of course, the Vikings. Both teams averaged 1 yard per carry. Like, that's just so stupid. I just want a realistic game. Cousins by himself, out of the shotgun. 5 receivers. Cousins rolls out, gets hit as he throws it over Thielen's head. Cousins seems to have ants in his pants right now, trying to escape the pocket way too early. I do play action passes. I know it doesn't make as much sense though when you don't have a good running game. You'd like the running game to set that up, especially if you're trying to make it as realistic as possible. But yeah, I like play action passes. There's maybe 5 or so I like. Madden. Cook gets swallowed up, and maybe after a game of 1, maybe 2 yards, the Vikings will be set up with a 3rd and 9. The same situation as their very first drive here. You'd like to pick up at least 5 yards or so here if you make a simple kick for Daniel Carlson. This is, I believe, exactly where they went for his very first attempt, and he was short by a good 5 yards. Bunch of receivers top of the screen, Diggs to the bottom. Cousins throws it short. Rudolph, he'll pick up those 4 yards. It should make a manageable field goal for Daniel Carlson in real life. Let's see how it transitions to god-awful Madden 19. So are you guys two still scared of Daniel Carlson after week 3? Or you guys think he'll be just fine? Carlson's boot is this time just over the upright. This one's good. The 5-3 is the score. I'm not sure if this is a Vikings game or maybe it's a Twins versus San Francisco Giants game. 5-3 is the score. But I do wish there was a nice presentation mode in Madden. Could you imagine if it was so good that you could just do a simulation like this and it would be like you're watching a game? It wouldn't just have these very standard camera angles like you're playing that weird sideline game. If it did transitions like it was a game, it would, like, the hits would have to feel more impactful and stuff. That'd be a lot of fun. Bolden Jr. to the 20 to the 25, cuts forward for a gain of 3, call it at the 28-yard line. Garoppolo starting out the day 6 for 10 for 78 yards, very good against the stellar Vikings defense. Started out on the day 5 for 5, marching down the field. The team had to settle for a field goal, but Garoppolo started out red hot. Mike Zimmer made some adjustments on the sideline and has since cooled off the young quarterback. But they line up with 2 tight ends, and it looks like Jarrett McKinnon in the backfield. Garoppolo will go play action. He has time, throws it down the middle where he's been so effective. This time it's incomplete. The X Factor, Xavier Rhodes, was in coverage. Second and 10, 2 receivers, top of the screen, Garoppolo under center. Vikings are lined up in a nickel formation. It's play action again. Garoppolo rolls out, has time, throws it to the corner. Goodwin out of bounds, first down. Yeah, I really do. I think Garoppolo might start out really good just due to how confident he is. And then similar to this game, an interception will bring him back down to earth. And I think it'll be a fairly close game at the end of the day. I do think the Vikings will win, though. At home, much better team. I know there's a lot of Vikings fans that have that mindset, though, and kind of annoys me. where every team's like, oh no, they'll win this one. It's the 49ers, look at all they have. Then we'll get Everson Griffin poking his nose over the line of scrimmage for that offsides.
Offense.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was on the left tackle that caused that Everson to flinch. It'll be a 1st and 15. Let's see if this will derail their drive. Yeah, that as well. Since there is no tape on how to beat Garoppolo, Vikings might have to feel it out for themselves. Offset I formation. Garoppolo under center. And another play action, 3rd play action in a row. This one's, and he'll pick up 15 yards to move the chains. Now Garoppolo, if anything, has been extremely streaky in this game. 5 in a row, make 4 incompletions, then maybe do another 5 in a row. That's 3 right there. Vikings had an overload blitz on the left side. Everson Griffin dropped in the coverage and he threw right over Everson. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Your Vikings are down by 2. As this baseball game continues, end of the first inning, 5-3, the Giants are beating the Twins. It's so weird that they don't have the... I was wondering if changing up the audio to make it so it's only field noises would change up the visuals at all, but no, it's the exact same thing. Kind of unfortunate. Oh, I can't wait either, Mr. Vegeta Bar. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Football season finally back. You see Cousins where it matters. Garoppolo hands it off. Rita gets a little hold, moves up maybe 4 yards and call it 3. Or they'll call it 6. Whew. A really generous spot there. 2nd and 4 upcoming. Good run on 1st down. All shotgun Garoppolo. Garcon in motion. 4 receivers on the field. Garoppolo 3 steps looking. Throws it. He's got Selleck. The ball got jarred loose. Trey Waynes ripped it out of Selleck's outstretched arms. 3rd and 4. My prediction? Let's say the Vikings 24, 49ers 17. 4 receivers on the field, or empty backfield. Garoppolo by himself. And he missed a little curl. Garoppolo, a wide open receiver at the top of the screen. Or the game tomorrow. I need to look that up. There's the punt. It's a really good one. The ball's out at the 9. Falcons and Eagles. Now this was probably the 3rd best playoff game of the year last year. With probably you have to get the Super Bowl #1 and the NFC divisional round. Vikings Saints #2, and then probably Falcons Eagles. I'll give it to the Falcons too. I don't think Nick Foles will have it in him again, because he's already deemed the starter, right? Because Wentz is still hurt. And Cousins steps up, throws it. Hey, Rudolph had a hand on it, but couldn't haul in the short pass. Yeah, I think it is in Philly. Yeah, but I do think, I wonder how much of a loss their quarterback coach is going to be for Philly. Because, man, if that wasn't just a case of they just had an offensive scheme to him that worked very well out of shotgun, his Cousins just took, had a little hole to close up quickly, only gained a 2, a 3rd and 8. The Vikings offense has been pedestrian thus far. If that was just a case of they had a perfect system that Foles could do, and that just got his confidence up, then he tore the Vikings up in the championship game and continued to do it in the Super Bowl, that was just wild. Cousins out of the shotgun, gets closer to his right and sacked again. Cousins has been just awful. The 3rd sack of the day, not pressure at all. Another 4-man rush this time gets to him. The Vikings got a safety on a 3-man rush earlier. That's just a case where Cousins held on the ball much too long. That Saxon go down on Rashad Hill, but he had his protection for as long as he really is expected to. Cousins just needs to get rid of the ball. Yeah, I don't think it's what will happen in real life, but whatever. Madden's awful. It'd be pretty sweet though if a football game would get to the point where you could relatively predict the score based off how good it is. And a good punt there by Weil. Up the field to the 42-yard line. Still a good position here for Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers. You have the Del Filippo factor. I saw a meme the other day where Foles is either godly or awful, and there's no in between. And that's so true. Garoppolo to Breida, and it's Trey Waynes going in there to stop that one for a gain of 1. Well, Sam, I would recommend that you change your diaper. Two receivers on the field. Garoppolo under center. Play action pass. Been doing that a ton today. I was underneath to McKinnon, who I again forgot to take off the 49ers team. I don't know why Madden takes forever to update their dang rosters. Third and 4 here. A defensive stand here would be huge to give the offense a chance. There's movement up front. Looks like fingers pointing. Looks like this time it's on Minnesota.
Encroachment defense.
Encroachment on newly acquired star. Both free agent acquisitions not playing well in this one. Now, so this one's on Sheldon Richardson.
First down.
That gives the 49ers a free first down. Down to Garoppolo again, 3-step drop. Throws it outside to Taylor. Good gain on first down. Picks up maybe 8. Brings up a 2nd and 2. 49ers setting in here. 2nd and 2. Classic position, take a shot here. They'll apt to run with McKinnon. He almost broke it all the way. A shoestring tackle to stop him from going all the way. And beyond another first down for the Niners. If Richardson plays well, then yeah. Drop low, 7-step drop. The Vikings blitz. He gets it away. Dude is cut back up to the fullback this time. Now they're threatening in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 17. The Niners are rolling all over the star-studded Vikings defense. No, I really hope Richardson shows out too. And he really should, with how good the rest of the defensive line is. You'd think he'd just be able to win on talent alone. Garoppolo leading this red hot. 49ers offense. 3-step drop underneath Garcon. Another good game on 1st to make it a very manageable 2nd and 1. If I was the Niners, I'd be taking a shot in the end zone here. 2nd and 1. You gotta think you'd be able to pick up a 3rd and 1 if you don't make the shots. You got nothing to lose. Throw a tight end in the corner of the end zone, a wide receiver in the back. Take 1 or 2 shots. See what happens. And instead they have to stretch to the right side, and it's stuffed. Anthony Barr stops McKinnon for a loss of a yard on him. The play, 3rd and 2 upcoming. Anthony Barr extension win. Will it happen? Tell me in the live chat. Third and 2. Vikings defense needs a big stop. And they'll run with it. McKinnon again. Stuffed again. Richardson making up for that false start. Your man. Sheldon Richardson with his first tackle in purple. 4 and 3. Field goal upcoming. I think the Vikings might miss Barr more than they really think. I mean, he really was the turning point. I mean, he was Zimmer's first pick, you know, the turning point in the Vikings defense. Up, and of course down the middle. Now this baseball game's getting out of control. A 3-run bomb. And the Giants are up by 5. No, I saw the Vikings do have enough money, and it's been working out very well. They could get it re-signed. I don't think Trey Wayne's will, which is unfortunate since Zimmer's put so much work to make him as good as he was at the end of last year, which is unfortunate, but that's why we got Mike Hughes, a very good replacement option, which could end up being better, and I think will. And boom, Marcus Shales looks back for the return. A big return is what the Vikings really need to get some type of juice going for their offense. And the Sheriffs will give them just that. Gets it past the 40 to the 43. Sheriffs. A 35-yard return average. Let's say that was the return. Goes all the way to the 43, probably about 43 on the return. Now Cousins at the 43, he's been colder than a polar bear's testes. And he really needs to get it going here. David Morgan and Rudolph are in the game. Diggs at the bottom, Dale at the top. It's Dalvin Cook. Cuts back. Dalvin Cook with a gain of 6, maybe 7 on a first down. A running game would really help take the pressure off of Kirk Cousins, despite the offense struggling so much. Only down by 5. A touchdown would give him a lead. The receivers bunch at the bottom. Cook in the backfield. And it's a pitch to Cook. Cook's got the edge. Cook will pick up a first down, breaks a tackle and gain, falls forward to the 42. Dalvin starting to get rolling. How many carries are you expecting for Dalvin Cook Sunday? Huh? I'm thinking maybe 20 or so. No, who knows? Maybe as low as 10. If I think he's healthier than what other people do. Vikings are stacked in the bottom, and we have Cook out of the shotgun with Cousins. It'll go to Cook again, who gets buried for a big loss. Tackle as soon as he took the handoff. A loss of 4. Great play by the 49ers. The third tackle for loss by Thomas. The Vikings offensive line was some awful. Would you guys be interested for Discord so we could all talk during games and stuff? I can make a little JOZ Discord. The receivers on the field, Cousins under center. Cook again. They'll give him his 4th handoff in a row. He picks up the lost yardage and a little bit more. Brings up a more manageable 3rd and 6. Dalvin starting to get rolling. Third and 6. The same position they seem to always be at on 3rd down at the 38-yard line. Cousins, 3-step drop, throws it. Almost interception, the same result again. Cousins. And we'll see if the Vikings try to go for a long field goal, which it won't work because it's Madden. I believe this will be about 53 yards. And they'll send Daniel Carlson out for his 3rd field goal attempt of the day. 1 for 2 on the day. About to be 1 for 3 because this is out of his range, as we already saw in the first quarter. Line drive kick is up, and who would have guessed? It's no good by about 5 yards again. Who would have guessed? Certainly not this guy. Yeah, I might promote a Discord. I don't know if that's something you guys would love or not, but I think it could be a good time. Yeah, the only buddy worse than Cousins is Jerick McKinnon. He's had 6 rushes for 9 pathetic yards. Oh, really? I haven't played Madden Mobile in a bit. I played it a lot during high school, and that was fun. Actually, only senior year of high school. I like it better than the Madden Ultimate Team. Now shotgun is Garoppolo, starting with good field position at the 45. And Breida breaking the tackle, gets the ball forward to the 20. Gain of 4 on first down. So what do you guys think? You think you give Cousins about 15 more awareness because how stupid he's looked in this game? And I gave him a buff before the game, too. I swear in real life he's not this awful. Garoppolo, Vikings blitz 7 and knocked away because Garoppolo had to get rid of it quickly. If you look back there, Daniel Hunter had his arm through Taylor. Looked like a Mortal Kombat finishing move as his arm stuck through him. But it'd be nice if Madden would do it where Madden Ultimate Team, it would just be Madden Mobile, you know? So it would just extend to MUT if you have the current Madden. Garoppolo, Vikings blitz, gets that off. It's Goodwin for the first. Cold-blooded down the middle of the field to number 11, Goodwin. Garoppolo's been tearing this Vikings defense up. Hasn't been able to finish a drive quite yet, but he's been getting up and down the field without any issue. Unlike I started Kirk Cousins. Who? Under high formation. They've been doing play action on this all day. Do they get it in? No, it's McKinnon. He's buried by Eric Kendricks. Alright, chat. Gun to your head. Who's better? Kendricks or Barr? Alright, Carlo. If you care about how the game ends, we'll do a little highlight of it. Maybe a 5-minute or so. Maybe 2 minutes for how little offense will be going on. Highlight with it. Have a good day, man. Shotgun Garoppolo, forwards here on the field, second and 8. Underneath to Taylor, buried close to yet another first down. Yeah, that is pretty cool, Carlo. And the funny thing about that Vegeta bar is that in Madden, I believe Kendricks is like 8 overall points worse than Barr, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I think they should be about the same overall. Third and a short one. To 25, Garoppolo hands it off to McKinnon. He's got it. He'll go forward, and the 49ers are right on the red zone, the 20-yard line. First and 10 from a Jerick McKinnon run. First and 10 at the 20. The clock ticking, getting the 2-minute warning in the first half. Garoppolo, the shotgun, trying to extend their lead. Throws it left. Caught by Goodwin. Gain of 7. Second and 4 from the 13. Yeah, that's why I think him and Barr should be even, you know? Within like 2 overall points, maybe, right? I do think last year I think Barr was better. Year before I thought Kendrick was better. I thought Kendrick missed a few too many tackles last year. 2 tight ends top of the screen. Garoppolo's been deadly. Goodwin in motion, he's been his best friend. Garoppolo, 3-step drop, looks it down the middle of the field. Incomplete. A big 3rd and 4 upcoming. Holding the Niners to a field goal here would be a very impressive feat for the Vikings defense. Yeah, Madden almost always underrates the Vikings. There's a bunch of screen. Garoppolo, a big 3rd and 4 upcoming play action. Garoppolo's all the time, throws it! Touchdown! Goodwin, who else? And the Niners extend their lead. The first touchdown of 2018 for Jimmy Garoppolo. Buenas noches, Carlo. Now, I would like to eventually in my streams get an Elgato so I could have a face cam stream too. I think that would add to these simulations. Have my face in the corner there. Maybe even a green screen at that point. I think that would add a whole different layer to these. I think that'd be fun. Unless you're like Morgan and you only listen to it from far away. I think it'd be more fun to watch. So you don't have to, in this situation where all you see is people awkwardly standing there in a huddle. You'd at least have me, my beautiful face sitting there in the corner as well. Boom! Marcus Scherz looking back. 2-minute drill time for the Vikings. They have 2 timeouts with a failed challenge on the very first drive for the Niners. Good special teams coverage there. The Scherz returns it only to the 25. A big return last time. This time not so lucky for Scherz. Here comes Cousins, who's been straight up awful. The Cousins doubters are in full force on Twitter today, saying they should have re-signed Keenum or Teddy was the man, and Cousins sucks. Well, let's see if Cousins can prove them wrong. And quiet the haters, as he has plenty of them. Down by 12 at home against the very mediocre 49ers. Offset I. Dalvin Cook in the backfield. They'll play action. And he has all the time you could ask. Cousins steps up, throws a bomb! Deep! Double covered. Knocked away. Looking for Stephon Diggs. Richard Sherman in coverage. 2nd and 10. Richard Sherman, the old man, still having that enough speed to catch up with Stephon Diggs, one of the quicker receivers in the NFL. Richard Sherman, one of the older corners in the NFL, being able to stick up with them. Very good effort there. 2 tight ends on the field now. Not a lot of urgency looking for the Vikings. But 3-touch drop. Dalvin Cook, or Cousins, just trying to find a rhythm. Right at 51 yards. And we're almost at halftime. These are 15-minute quarters, ladies and gentlemen. Same as real-life NFL football. And Cousins has just been awful. 3rd and 10. For Captain Kirk, who was about to get downgraded. I think a lot of people might have had a problem where they got sent to another video of mine. Matt Morgan told me that was a thing. Shotgun is Cousins. Has all the time in the world. Throws it underneath to Dalvin Cook. Stop short. That should bring us to the 2-minute warning. And the red hot Jimmy Garoppolo will have all 3 timeouts to get another score before halftime. And boy, I would be pissed if this was real life. Huh. You see, the 49ers had the lead right away, and they never got really close. This game never really felt close to the start. Cousins really started out good. I believe he was 3 for 3 in his opening drive where they missed that field goal. And then basically nothing since. A few checkdowns, that's been it. Here's the new punter, Matt Wild, trying to get this ball up in the air for a while. Hope that punt wasn't awful today in that video. And a big punt for a while. Fields it with the 15. Good special teams work. And Garoppolo will have the ball at the 27-yard line. 1:51 to go. 3 timeouts, up by 12. Marquise Goodwin has been all over the field today. 8 targets, 5 receptions for over 50 yards. Been Garoppolo's go-to man all day. Really surprised you haven't seen a lot of Kirk Cousins' go-to guy from preseason, Stephon Diggs. Now the shotgun. 2-minute Garoppolo. Throws underneath to the Jet. McKinnon picks up a little chunk of 5 yards. Doesn't bring up a 2nd and 5. They're going no huddle. Clock ticking the under 1 minute 40. Not a lot of agency going for the Niners. As they actually no huddle is not a thing because they go from the huddle. Not a lot of agency at all. Down to a minute 30 to go. 2 and 5. Out of shotgun with McKinnon in the backfield. Garoppolo 3-step drop, throws it slant to Garcon. Hammered by Kendricks. Clock ticking. Garoppolo almost at the 200. The 2-century mark for the first half receiving. He's on pace for about 400 yards on the day against this number 1 ranked Vikings defense. A minute to go now, still not using a single timeout. The AI is awful with time management, by the way. Vikings and a 4-3 defense and 2-minute a very awful choice here, but the 49ers do run out of it and stuff. And that will force the 49ers to call the first timeout. A 2nd and 10. First down, draw play with McKinnon goes nowhere. Second and 10. The Vikings defense would love a turnover. They just need some momentum to help their offense as much as possible. Already a 1 interception, and that interception resulted in the Vikings' only point. Vikings blitz 7, a very quick pass by Garoppolo brings up a 3rd and 3. They hold him here, an incomplete pass may give the Vikings a chance. For another possession, they still have 2 timeouts. Cousins has a very good arm, hasn't been on display at all today. As Garcon eclipses the 75-yard mark on the day as well. 3rd and 3, upcoming a big 3rd down here. A 3rd down stop and not only prevent the 49ers from scoring, but would set the Vikings with a chance to get something, even a field goal, out of this last drive. Vikings have all the weapons in the world, and man, it would give them a chance to get there. What's up, Tay-Tay? 3rd and 3 from the 46. Garoppolo needs to get to the other side of the 50 for the first. Garoppolo has the time, steps up in the pocket, has all the time in the world, no pass rush, throws it deep, almost picked off Trey Waynes. Trey Waynes looked like he had it in his hands and looked for the big play before hauling in the interception. Could have been Garoppolo's 2nd pick of the day. He had all the time in the world. Great coverage by the Vikings. The defensive line needs to get home faster than that. But here's that 3rd down stop. The Vikings will have about 30 seconds to work with if they want to. Let's see if they just want to take a knee and get to halftime. A big punt return here might be the difference in their decision. And it'll be out of bounds. A very good punt to get away from the dangerous Marcus Sherrills. The Vikings will have a chance at the 21-yard line. 30 seconds. 2 timeouts. Cousins, Diggs, Thielen, Rudolph, Dalvin Cook, Laquan Treadwell. They have the firepower. Will they take the shot? Now that would be the dinosaur from that one kid show. Why did they cut Ifeadi Adebo? Because they didn't think he was one of the best 53 players. I don't know. I thought he looked good in preseason, but that's only preseason. The coach used him a little bit longer, so I trust the coaches. The Vikings need to be conservative here. They'll do a run with Cook, stuff for not go gain. Maybe if they got a good run there, maybe they go for it. But this should take us to halftime. Yeah, Elmo the dinosaur. The big red dinosaur. And 5 seconds to go. Maybe they'll try one last play here, because why not? And that is triple zeros. Halftime. 49ers 15. Minnesota 3. I know. I'm bad at saying names. Afidi Odinabu. Something like that. I'm not gonna fret over Gus not on the team though. I know he was, what was he, like 6th round pick or something last year? And that's back from the DBZ halftime show, as Mike Zimmer and the Vikings coaching staff has made their first half changes, as they will receive the opening kickoff. They need a score here to get some type of momentum on the team. So Marcus Sherrills is back, waiting the kick. Hey chat, if you could go answer Bryce the Beast question for me, as I'm not familiar with this player. Wait, Le'Veon Bell's up for the year? Is that true or not? I know he is. You mean like he'll hold out for the year? Very much good. Alex Shotgun Cousins, he's been awful. Only 40 per yards. Play action Cousins rolls out, throws it underneath to Rudolph to pick up a couple. Maybe enough to give him a little bit of a rhythm. 8 for 16 for 62 yards of trash. And there goes Cook. He has the lane. Dalvin Cook picks up the first down. And that will move the chains. 1st and 10 for Minnesota. Open breaking news. The Lions continue to tinker their roster, releasing defensive end Anthony Zettel. Sources said he had 6.5 sacks last year, starting out 16 games. Big Lions breaking news. Do I like the Wolves? I'm not a big NBA fan. I guess I'm like a fair weather fan, I guess. I'll watch them occasionally if I hear good things about them. But the NBA is just like a messed up league where you just pay for wins. So Cousins throws it in the middle field. He's got Rudolph with a space in front of him. Rudy on time. Rudolph picks up nice yards, 14 after the catch. Now the Vikings offense is moving. First and 10 from the dreaded 36-yard line. Cousins out of the shotgun. And moving up front. Looks like the 49ers jumped off sides here. Should give the Vikings. Oh, it looks like it's going to be on the Vikings offensive line. Mike Remmers flinch causing the team. Yeah, let's get a poll here in the chat. Do we like Wendy's or Burger King better? Bryce makes a very good point. Do you guys like Wendy's? Out of the shotgun, Cousins. Cook in the backfield. Cousins means to pick up the yards here. This was to Rudolph again. And this time it's incomplete. 2nd and 15. Come on, guys. I need your... Oh. Alright, F. F in the chat. Tay-Tay, what have you done to yourself? Cousins. Dude, Cook on the delayed handoff. I'm sorry, Tay-Tay. I thought you knew better. Oh, how does it feel to be in the Shadow Realm? That's a loss of 2 for Dalvin Cook. 3rd and a very long 17. Again, the Vikings need to pick up a little chunk here, at least get a field goal out of this. Everybody tap respect for Tay-Tay. Shotgun. Cousins. And again, moving up front. This is on the Niners. This is good news. The Vikings making a much more manageable 3rd down, and it is. I think banned for life, maybe. And this will pick up a slightly more manageable 3rd down. Now it's a 3rd and 12. And again, reminders, this Sunday I'll be doing a donation stream to help out the victims suffering with ligma in South Florida. It's a very hard disease. Cousins out of shotgun, he has time. Surveying the field, throws it! Another errant throw on 3rd down, looking for Dalvin Cook. 4th and 12 upcoming. The Vikings will probably try another field goal here, and it will be short by about 6 yards again. It'll be a 1 for 4 for the rookie kicker. Yep, here comes Dan Carlson, about to be a 1 for 4 because this is too far in Madden. The snap. Doesn't matter if it's good or not, it'll be gone either way. Snap is up, the kick is down, not even making it to the white line. Look at my balls! Here to see the red hot Jimmy Garoppolo. 19 out of 29 attempts for over 200 yards against the #1 ranked Vikings defense. With the likes of Xavier Rhodes and Harrison Smith lurking in the secondary. The one errant throw to rookie corner Mike Hughes has been the only falter on the day for Jimmy G. Underneath, that one thrown at the feet of his receiver, incomplete. Anderson Dejo in coverage. Yeah, Jimmy G has been OP, and Kirk Cousins has looked like my boy needs playing defense. Garoppolo and McKinnon is buried. Xavier Rhodes coming from his cornerback spot for a loss of 1. Very good run play by Xavier Rhodes. Yeah, Jimmy G's been very good. Kirk Cousins looks handicapped. Has been basically the story of the game. You like a Jimmy G? I like Jimmy Jones. Oh, shotgun. 3rd and a long 11. Garoppolo looking, steps up in the pocket. Nowhere in front of him. Garcon wide open, middle of the field. Too easy once again. 1st down. Jimmy G. So Bryce, you ever find it weird that Mrs. Janky did a practice, made us warm up with the Patriots quarterbacks? Tom Brady, Jimmy Garoppolo, under center, Garoppolo, play action, boots to left, throws it right, incomplete. Very interesting play design there. Jimmy booted to his left and threw it to his right across his body, and then forced the ball to sail out of bounds. Second and 10, under center. McKinnon in the backfield. They'll play action McKinnon. Garoppolo all day throws it down the middle. Garcon couldn't hold on to it. A big hit by the all-pro corner Xavier Rhodes. Third and 10 upcoming. Jimmy G has stared down third and many all day. He's come up with almost all of them. Bunch receiver at the bottom of the screen. Jimmy G shotgun. Has all day, throws it. Incomplete this time. I don't know why Ben Gideon's on the field at third and long, but we'll take it. Alright, another long field goal here. This will not make it because this is, of course, Madden. I believe this would be, what, only 55 yards? And, of course, not even close because this is Madden. I need to crank up those field goal kicking power sliders. That pisses me off. What's 40-yard line? Is that? That's like 55, maybe 58 yards in that range, something like that. That's very makeable. They should at least be like on the low bar, depending who the kicker is, you know. I don't know why Sean Latavius made Murray's numbers, but everybody on the offense has been some hot garbage. He shouldn't even be in the huddle, I'm sure. So what do you guys think next time? Next time I might let the announcers be in the game, just so I don't feel like I have to talk as much. Are you guys sick of my commentary yet? First and 10. Vikings line up with two tight ends top of the screen. Looks like Murray is in the backfield. And it is Cook, and he gets stopped for a loss. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage. That is it. Second and 10. Yes, I should stop talking. At least you get my nuts slapped on your forehead. Two tight ends back in the game. And Dalvin gets it again up the middle. Right on the logo for the Vikings. 3rd and 7. Empty backfield. Cousins by himself, 3rd and 7. Throws it. Intercepted. Foster to the 50. Cousins has been just awful. Intercepted. The 49ers have the ball back for the 47-yard line. It's been a disaster opening day for Captain Kirk. Well, I could smoke 30 cartons of cigarettes real quick. How'd that go? And Cousins is deep. Looking deep. He has digs. It's incomplete again. Okay, that fucking hurts. Oh my god. How do smokers deal with that? Smoking must give you superpowers. Under center. Jimmy G. And play action. Garoppolo throws across his body, incomplete. The Vikings defense really needs to get a stop here. The offense has been absolutely horrid. Under center, Jimmy G. 3-step drop, looking. Underneath, two guards zone. Picks up a little bit, makes it a 3rd and medium. Yeah, I can't believe my boy PewDiePie hasn't tried to sell cigarette merchandise to his 9-year-olds. 3rd and 7 from the 44. Needing a long 7 for the first down. Jimmy G out of the shotgun. And play action for some reason. Jimmy G throws it. Garcon, did he get his feet down? It looks like he did. Cold-blooded. Great play by Garcon, dragging those toes along those green pixels. That definitely can't be grass, because that's some ugly grass. That's what that is. 1st and 10 from the 28. Under center, Jimmy G. McKinnon in the backfield. And old Jimmy G today. 3-step drop underneath. Almost picked off. The Vikings defense played volleyball. The ball is slapped in the air about 5 times. Falls almost to the ground, incomplete. Jimmy G gets another chance. First Hughes. And then Kendricks. Then as Hughes sets it up, Sendejo, Barr, Kendricks. Whew. Yeah, another quick poll in the chat. Goblins or Dragons? Certainly can't be wrong here. No wrong answers. Shotgun. Jimmy G. 2nd and 10. Throws it to Selig. Very close for another first down. 3rd and inches upcoming. So the options are pretty clear. Goblins. You're probably thinking like RuneScape style goblins, you know, little green guys. Basically poor people that are green with shields and like a mace. Drop low, we'll run the ball here, we'll get just enough for the first down. Oh, like for a fight, alright. Alright. No, then I think there's a clear answer here. I'll let the chat take this one. Alright, Grant. Thank you, me too. Take your meds. I don't think the Bears will win in the division. I do think they'll be very good, though. Talked about them earlier in the stream. I think Khalil Mack probably goes in like a top 5 defense. And I think Ryan Howard was already a very, very good running back. Creek Cohen's a very good number 2. McKinnon has a hole. Gets close to another first down. Yeah, Grant, if you could tell us if it's who would win in a fight between Goblins or Dragons. I have my answer in my head, but I want my chat to have the first crack at this very tough question. Second and 3 from the 11. The 49ers are threatening once again. Handoff to McKinnon. It's crushed by Neverson Griffin. Lowers the shoulder and decleats. The Minnesota Vikings trying to be in the game. McKinnon. There goes the ACL in Madden. Oh, tap F for Grant. Got destroyed once again. The Fs are incoming. Grant, you had one. You had a life. Now it's all gone. Alice shotgun through Sears top of the screen. Garoppolo. It's a screen to Pettis.
dragging these nuts across your face.
Got him. And that's about sums up the Bears season too. And the Vikings actually made a stop, 4th and 7. Here comes another field goal. Make it only a 15-point game, a 2-score game. And the Vikings could actually score. And it's up and good. I can say that before the ball gets there, 'cause that's how Madden works. Alright, 18-3. Finally looking like a football game. The Vikings defense can hold them at 18. I think the Vikings offense has a chance to make this comeback. Sherrill with a decent return to the 26. Got him. Got him again. I think that F is to also pay respect to the Bears. Rip 2 viewers for the rest of my life. They'll never come back to this stream. And everybody that's lurking but not talking in the chat that will never want to answer any of my questions ever again. 2 tight ends behind the screen. Cousins. Cook in the backfield. They need some type of offense. Cook gets 2 on 1st down. The chef's been alright in his first return after his torn ACL. But the passing game has not helped him out at all. Three receivers bunch at the top of the screen. It's Cousins. Throws it underneath to Rudolph. It's been his only consistent target. And that will move the chains. 1st and 10. Kyle Rudolph. Yeah, Bryce after that. And the Lions might be in 3rd place. It'll be pretty solid. That is funny though. The Lions could literally be a 10-6 team and be at 3rd place. Shotgun, Cousins throws it underneath to Cook. That's what we need from Cousins. A quick, short read on 1st down. Get us a chunk of 6. Been pulling on the ball for way too long all game. And that resulted in the safety early on. Multiple sacks. Aaron throws. Offset I formation. TJ Ham drew the right of Cousins. It's Cook again. Swallowed up down the line. Loss of a 3. 3rd and 7 upcoming. A perfectly timed blitz that time by the 49ers, too. Their defense has been legit all day. Now, defense you've heard talked about all preseason. But man, they came to play, and let's see if they can keep this up. This is a team to watch. I hope you all like my thumbnail where I chopped off half of Garoppolo's head, so I just kind of smudged it together. Cousins on the shotgun. Cousins to his left, 3rd and 7. They need it. Cousins looking, steps up, taking too much time, and he'll be sacked. Again, Cousins just been absolutely horrid. That's another coverage sack by the 49ers. I wish I could look at the replay, see if anybody's getting open. Alright, so we see Thielen underneath. That wouldn't be enough for the 1st down. Maybe just a bad play call. As, nope. Treadwell was wide open on the right, on the bottom of the screen. Could have been an easy first down pitch and catch, and just Cousins just stays locked on the left side, never moves his eyes to the right side of the field to see the wide open number 11 Laquan Treadwell. And here's yet another punt as a disappointed Mike Zimmer stands on the sideline. Where all he can do is wonder, what happened to my $28 million a year quarterback? Here's Matt Weil with another punt. Well, Bryce, you didn't even see the first half. He was even worse. All the punting in this game has made this game just last forever. 3:35 less than the third. Garoppolo's been red hot out of the shotgun, trying to extend their 15-point lead, and he can run if he wants to. He will. He'll pick up the first down. His leg gets hammered by Sendejo. They won't call it a late hit. And it looked like he was sliding when Sendejo laid the wood into him. But they'll let that one slide. They should pick up Kaepernick. Fairmount, Minnesota would burn like F to the Nike apparel. I think it's funny because half the people are going to buy only Nike and half the people are going to burn their Nike. Two series top of the screen. It's Garoppolo. They get into the outside run, gets stuffed. No team can run the ball well today at all. If the 49ers had a running game, it'd be about 35-3. Yeah, F to all the burn Nike apparel. And F to the people that burn them dead brain cells. Said they don't know they already bought their shoes. And McKinnon was a shoestring tackle away from breaking that one, only gaining up two. A great play there by Everson Griffin to chase down the speedy running back, who's playing today with a torn ACL, by the way. That was shotgun, a big 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. They needed as much time for their offense as possible. Everson Griffin on a rush. No pressure at all, and this time Taylor picks up the right at midfield to call the yard short at the 49-yard line. That's the 41st pass on the day from Jimmy G. Can't believe it. I saw a troop today that was had a picture of him wearing Nike on Twitter. Can you believe it? He hates the troops. First and 10 from 49. Jimmy G been red hot. Now the shotgun is Jimmy G. Play action. No pass rush for the Vikings. Completed again to Goodwin, who's been fantastic today. Jimmy G, another 27-yard reception. Goodwin closing in on 100 yards, week 1. You know, it would be pretty cool if a Madden would introduce a PFF ratings for each game. But by the way, Nike, I don't actually hate you. If you want to put ads in my videos, I'll appreciate it. If you want to go past YouTube's ridiculous rules and just put ads in my videos, so I'd be fine with that, Nike. I'd even be fine with free shoes. And Garoppolo, play action once again, and finally here comes the pass rush, sack. Harrison Smith and Daniil Hunter came with that one, a 9-yard sack on that one. Two tight ends, bottom of the screen. The Vikings look like a double safety blitz is upcoming. They do. And Garoppolo gets sacked. Back-to-back plays. The Vikings defense looks like they're finally awake. Maybe a couple quarters too late as we're starting the fourth quarter, third and forever. At the other side of the field to start the fourth quarter, the Vikings are down by 15 at home. Alright, I'll leave two then, feller. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoy. I'll keep the stream running though. People in the chat, you can start talking again so Price doesn't start destroying the rest of the viewers. I'm really happy that Morgan didn't answer the Wendy's or Burger King question, or she would have been pissed off. She would have said something like, "That's so stupid." Alright, Jimmy G needs 24 for the first. About 15 would be good for a field goal attempt. Garoppolo rolls to his right. Everson on pursuit. Garcon almost had it jarred out by Anthony Barr. 4th and 24. Probably a field goal attempt. Probably short. The Vikings will probably have good field position. 36 is where we've seen all the Vikings missed kicks coming from. Here it comes. The Niners. The kick is up, and does he have the leg for it? It looks like he did it, and this one is good. The Niners. 21, the Vikings 3. Very interesting that a game that had a safety in it ends up having a touchdown-like scoreboard. As the Niners now at 21. The Vikings needing 3 scores to get back in this one. With only 1 quarter of football left, they have all 3 timeouts. Their offense has been asleep all day. A big return here by Sherrills would get them back into it. Sherrills to the 10, to the 20, to the 25. Gets close to the 30, to the 28-yard line. That's where they begin their first drive in the fourth quarter. Really on offense, their only good player today has been Kyle Rudolph. Their receivers haven't been able to get open. Dalvin Cook's been okay, but underwhelming to say the least. Their offensive line really has done a decent job. They don't look good on the stat sheet because of all the sacks and especially the safety. But that's been a lot due to their very underwhelming, pathetic even playing quarterback Kirk Cousins. The Vikings are just 2 yards rushing behind the 49ers, but no passing yards to say. And your Cousins 3-yard drop throws underneath too. Rudolph has been their only good offensive player, like I said. He picks up 8 on first. You get him in a nice 2nd and 2 situation. Good time to take a shot on play action here. The Vikings are still under 100 yards in the air. I believe not a single reception from star receiver Stephon Diggs. And here comes Cousins to draw to Cook. Cook has some daylight. Cook picks up. Looked like he could have gotten even more, but picks up maybe 6. Call it a first down. Only a 2.8 average for Dalvin, but without any passing yards to help him, that's all the defense has to key on is the running ability from Dalvin Cook. Third series bunt to the screen, 1st and 10 from the 43. Cousins. 3-step drop, looking. He's running out of time, throws underneath 2. Treadwell. A couple on 1st down. 2nd and 4. Three receivers, four receivers even. Cousins. Underneath. Missed the drag route on Rudolph. 3rd and 6. At this part of the field, if I'm Mike Zimmer, I gotta really think about 4-down territory, even if it's this early in the game. You need to get your offense rolling. That's with a usual guard playing center. Nobody in the backfield with Cousins. 3-step drop, throws it. It's Treadwell, but short. Maybe a yard short. They will give him forward progress. A very generous spot here. Looks like about a yard or 2 short. And this finally does. 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Bring the Vikings over the century mark for passing yards on the day. Here comes Cousins, 3-step drop. He's rolling back, throws it on to Cook. A very interesting play there. We'll lose 4. Cousins looked like he felt the pressure and ran backwards and threw it to his running back without any pressure in his face whatsoever. And Zimmer is beside himself. Second and 13. 3 receivers on the field. Cousins need to pick up a chunk, making a manageable 3rd down. Here comes Cousins. Throws it underneath to Rudolph. Takes up the sack yardage. Be about a 3rd and 10, maybe even a 3rd and 9. The Vikings really need to get their receivers part of their receiving game. It's been all Kyle Rudolph. And the occasional Laquan Treadwell and Dalvin Cook. David Morgan, I believe, has more receptions than Stephon Diggs. I was shocked at. Looks like we got left guard Jones moving early. So much for that chunk we just got. We'll go back 5. The most disappointing part of this game has been 100% the offense. The defense holding up 24. Or giving up 21 points to Jimmy G. It really isn't that bad, especially when 2 points is strictly on the offense. So 19 points given up by the defense. With how much time they've been on the field, I think that's very understandable. They don't like Jimmy G passing much on him. The Vikings set up screen. It's Rock Thomas on the screen. Rock Thomas brings up a 4th and 2. I think you got to go for it here. 4th and 2. I'm gonna be so pissed if they go for a field goal. 4th and 2 from the 39-yard line. And here comes Daniel Carlson to miss his 4th kick of the game. My goodness, this AI is completely horrible. Oh, he missed 4 already from the God, it's just that is, it's 1 for 5 on kicks. And it's 100% on the coach. It's like, dog, I can't kick it this far. It's Madden. It's awful. Yeah, what are you looking at, Zimmer? Oh, I wish you could have got that one. And here's Garoppolo, nearing 300 yards on the day. First and 10 from the 46. 2 10s, bottom of the screen. 49ers can try to start running out the clock here. Their running game hasn't been good, but here comes Breida. Gain of 12, first and, they'll call it gain of 9. 2nd and inches. Okay. Maybe another call to go the Vikings' way. Looked like he fell forward for that first down, but they'll call it a good couple yards shorter from my spot. 2nd and inches. Here's Garoppolo, 2nd and short. They'll go to McKinnon. He'll get the first down, not much more. 1st and 10. Clock keeps ticking.
You got him! You got him! Ha ha! You got him!
Jimmy G keeps running the ball. McKinnon has a little bit of a hole. McKinnon gets hammered by Sendejo, but picks up about 5. They'll call it 4 parts to the 6-yard line. And the clock keeps ticking. McKinnon again. This time swallowed up. By Daniil Hunter. But McKinnon trying to bounce it. Good game for Linval Joseph. He was very good in the run game. You see him holding up at the line of scrimmage right there again. Garoppolo, 7th drop, 3rd and 5. Jimmy G rolling out, throws it. Cold-blooded, too good one again. That moves Garoppolo over the 300-yard mark. And my knife as well moved the 49ers 1-0. Good one, 112 yards on the day. Absolutely cold-blooded. Too easy on that one once again. The Vikings defense just looks gassed out there, being on the field all day. Gets still starting longs and just can't get off the field. They, again, very stout against the run. McKinnon, less than 2 yards per carry as their number one running back. Of course, he has a torn ACL. Three tight ends on the field, all the eye. Run heavy set, it's Breida. Makes a man miss to the 10, and he'll get right there. Nice move by Breida, who's been their best running back. 4.7 yards a carry compared to McKinnon, was less than 2. And change of pace guy has been the guy. Two tight ends on the field. Garoppolo will give it to Breida again. And this time stuffed after a gain of 1 yard by Everson Griffin. It has been very disappointing today when Jimmy G's been knocking around the field. The DBs aren't the ones to blame as much as the very much lackluster pass rush for the Minnesota Vikings. 2 tight ends, bottom of the screen. Let's see how aggressive the 49ers are here. And Garoppolo gives it to McKinnon again, stuffed. That's Linval Joseph. Gain of another 1, 3rd and 8. Holding onto a field goal, but does keep it into a 3-score game, so maybe the 49ers should have been a little bit more aggressive here. But again, they're running the clock out. The 5 minutes go. Here's Garoppolo, the pass, throws it, and cold-blooded. It's incomplete. Okay, I thought it was completed. I was going to say nail in the coffin. But it was knocked away. That'll stop the clock. Sure, the 49ers have a chip shot field goal upcoming. But still, a 3-score game. Vikings could tie with 3 touchdowns. Their offense has been sleeping all day. Let's see if they can wake up. Here it is, up and down the middle, unlike 4 of Daniel Carlson's kicks today. Five minutes. The Vikings had a miracle in 17, turning to another one in 18. Here comes Sherrill's 5 yards. And to the 25, called the 27. That's where the god-awful Kirk Cousins will lead the Vikings back out onto the field. And at this point, I might try Kyle Sloter. That was shotgun. Is Cousins. He has all kinds of catching up to do. And Cousins is looking underneath to Cook. Makes a man miss. Picks up maybe 4 on first. The 3rd and 6. Or 2nd and 7. Excuse me. Everybody say goodnight to Morgan, who will be going to bed very shortly. Looking at the highlights of the game, the very low. Okay, we're going to see the Dalvin Cook spin move because we really care about that right now. If we didn't have all these useless replays, we'd be done with this game by now. I might just I'll see what it sounds like when I look into the replays. I might have to have the announcers on. This is horrible. Cousins, shotgun, looks underneath to Rudolph, been the only consistent receiver today. I think maybe due to Cousins' inaccuracy, he doesn't want to target any of the smaller guys. And Rudolph's been his only real target, 7 receptions for 64 yards. 1st and 10. No urgency for the Vikings. I think they're just trying to play for pride at this point, just to get a score. Make the scoreboard not look as bad, and get to next week where they have an even tougher opponent and a much better quarterback in Aaron Rodgers as they go to Green Bay. 3 receivers bunch at the bottom of the screen. Hey, it's Captain Kirk out of the shotgun. It's Cousins. That screen to the right side. Dalvin gets past the defender, breaks the tackle, gets out of bounds. Gain of maybe 12 on 1st down, the 5th reception of the day for the 2nd-year running back. And this one actually goes somewhere. A gain of 12 and another 1st down for the Vikings. Shows that elusiveness there to get out of that tackle. Good power to break that arm tackle there. Right at midfield. Cousins alone in the backfield. Cousins looking, throws it. It's Kyle Rudolph. What else is new? A 1st down. You could really attribute this to some garbage time yards as well. Cousins, shotgun, 3 receivers bunch at the top of the screen, cooked in the bottom. Cousins looking, spins away for no reason, throws it to Treadwell. Gain about 9 here. The Vikings are basically running out of time as they still huddle because of the awful clock management that happens in Madden. And this will bring in under 3 minutes now. Down by 21. Cousins shotgun. Looking, throwing, he takes a shot for David Morgan. It's incomplete. Morgan had his hand on it, but couldn't keep control of the ball through contact. Would have been David Morgan's first touchdown reception of 2018. Almost at his career. Well, I believe he had one last year. Big receiver, top of the screen. Cousins, 3-step drop, looking. Throws it to David Morgan. Back to him. Gives him another chance. He catches this one for the first down. That'll move the chains and stop the clock. At the 10-yard line. I believe the Vikings' first trip to the red zone. And we're under only 3 minutes to go in the game. Movement up front. Let's see who jumped first. I'm guessing the 40. No, you're going to call on the Vikings. Moving back 5. First and 15. They can still get a first down without scoring here. As just inches from the goal line is the first down line. And the Vikings will run here. If there's any doubt that they've just given up on the game. And they're trying to play for a little bit of pride at this point. They picked up 2 on first and 15. Second and 13 of the coming as the Vikings continue to huddle. It seems they're just trying to get their first team offensive rep, so this doesn't happen next week against Green Bay. Now 4 receivers on the field. Cousins needs 13, and it's Cook. It's swallowed up. This should bring us to the 2-minute warning. Cook will probably end of the day with less than 50 yards just rushing. And here we are, the 2-minute warning. And the 49ers will be upsetting the Minnesota Vikings, provided no extremely bizarre miracle upcoming with that man Stephon Diggs. As you see, the score has been all 49ers. The Vikings offense has been nothing all day. The Vikings defense has given up over 300 yards passing to second-year starting quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Third and a long 15. Should be 4-down territory. Let's say it's fine to get another chip shot field goal to get their kicker some confidence here, and they'll do play action for no reason. Throws it, and a garbage time touchdown, Laquan Treadwell. His first receiving touchdown of his NFL career is from Kirk Cousins in a meaningless game. At the meaningless score at the end of the game that's already lost. Laquan Treadwell will keep that touchdown and have something good coming out of this game for Laquan Treadwell, who's been Cousins' really his second receiver all day. And here's Carlson, of course, has the leg, can kick it from PATs, drills it, and the Vikings are down by 14. So Minnesota, do you still believe in miracles? Kirk Cousins was 7 for 8 for 76 yards last drive. One more drive like that, all of a sudden it's a one-score game. The Vikings still have all 3 timeouts under 2 minutes. What can happen? 2 onside kicks. Here comes the Vikings onside kick attempt should be upcoming. Unfortunately, last drive, despite how good they were, they didn't have any type of agency. They really could have easily got that done with a minute or two left on the clock. There comes Dan Carlson with his first onside kick attempt, and it's drilled right to a 49er, and that should just about end it. And I see two receivers that Garoppolo's been to all day. One's Goodwin and one is the veteran whose name I'm blanking on right now. Pierre Garcon. Would have been nothing but tearing up the Viking secondary all day. Fortunately enough for the Vikings, their 49ers run game has been atrocious. So let's see what they can get to here. If they get to McKinnon, gets stopped behind the line, the Vikings run there for his timeout. I don't know why you don't show any agency on your prior drive and still call timeouts here. Second and 10. The Vikings run defense has been sublime, have been absolutely amazing today. Here comes Garoppolo. And it's McKinnon. They need a first down to win the game, but they can't get more than a yard here. On second down. Third down and 9. If the Vikings make a stop here, they'll have a minute, maybe about a minute 30 after the punt to do what they can before triple zeros. Another score here, and all of a sudden the score will definitely not reflect how lopsided it's been during this game. But it should at least maybe give them some momentum going into week 2 of the regular season. Run to the outcome. DBZ gives it to Rita, who's been their best back. It's close to a first down, but this will be short of the first by just 3 yards. Mike Zimmer gets his stop, and the Vikings offense will have another chance to maybe put another dent into this deficit before the game is over. And for those that have stuck around, I usually would play a little game myself at the end. I could play with one of you guys, but I'm just not feeling it after this one, and I got some stuff to do. So maybe next time. And I don't only stream Madden. Oh, they're going for a long field goal. And it is good. A monstrous kick. Carlson in wide from about 30 feet. But he drills this one. Just enough leg right over the crossbars. And here comes Cheryl's. They return here, then they get the, oh, nope, and at the 22, Cousins coming back on the field. I would have thought maybe throw in, see, that's the 7 for 15 was just too awful to start the game. He's been better in the second half, but a lot of that's garbage stats. I would have Kyle Sloter and the rest of the number 2 guys come in. I know Simeon's penciled in as the number 2 back. In a situation like this, let the young guy have a few snaps at it. Let a combination of Rock Thomas and Mike Boone get after it as well. Here comes Cousins. Check up. Throws it deep. Thielen catches that one. The Vikings are marching. Now we're over 200 yards. Cousins again throws underneath to Dalvin Cook. A little gain here on a first down. All of a sudden, Cousins' stats at the end of the day don't look too awful. Now the shotgun is Cousins once again. Through the top of the screen. Cousins spins for no reason, throws it to Thielen again, but it's fumbled. Fumbled, and the game is over. Recovered by former All-Pro cornerback Richard Sherman. That wraps it up. 2 knees, GG. 49ers stun the Vikings at home. Okay, so I will review that. It looked like on the replay that Thielen's knee was in fact down.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And the Vikings will retain possession. And the clock will be running. Under a minute to go in the game. Down by 17.
Let's go.
And the Vikings are nowhere near the ball. They're sprinting. Okay, this is very interesting here. I think the Vikings are trying to snap the ball.
False start. Offense.
Okay. Cousins, 1 and 15, or 1st and 15, and 32. He has all day, and what a great pocket he has for him. But he needs to throw the ball. Throws it down the sideline and gets David Morgan. They can't keep control of it. Falls incomplete. Great protection for the Vikings offensive line. 18 ticks remain on the clock. Looks like Morgan went 90. Four receivers, Hail Mary time for Cousins. And he had the stats. Cousins. Underneath to Rock Thomas. He picked up a couple for the undrafted rookie. And at the end of the day, Cousins will have decent stats. The Vikings will go for a spike for one more play. And they will. They have 1 second left on the clock. One last play for Cousins. Let's see if he can pad the stats one last time. Cousins throws it up and falls incomplete. The game is over. Mike Zimmer is pissed that they couldn't get that last Hail Mary. So Cousins' stats don't get a little bit better. Abysmal first game for Kirk Cousins. The Vikings offense out of a whole played very poorly, but at the helm, Cousins was pathetic. The offensive line give up sacks, but really gave him time. A lot of covered sacks, maybe, but I don't think Cousins trusted the receivers enough. Diggs and Thielen can get open. They could get open with Case Keenum and Sam Bradford and Teddy, but now all of a sudden Cousins doesn't trust them. Even though he trusted them all preseason, so very disappointing game out of Captain Kirk for the Minnesota Vikings here on Madden EA Z Simulation. So there we have it. A very great game. Jimmy Garoppolo tore up the Vikings defense. It was gassed all day. The first NFL reception or touchdown reception for Laquan Treadwell. And look at the stat sheet. All 49ers. So there we have it. Thanks everybody for watching. And we'll see you guys in the next Z live stream.